prepare to be immersed in a powerful narrative of courage, compassion, and hope. This is the story of Olga Mendes, an experienced and dedicated professional working in the Victim Support Unit of the Texas City 911 Dispatch Center, who suddenly encounters a heartbreaking call that will test her long experience in caring and assisting those who need her most. Our story begins at the end of an ordinary spring day, when, as part of her daily routine before going to work, Olga starts her exercise circuit in a park near her home in the evening. Olga Mendes was 35 years old and had lived in Texas all her life. Mendes felt she was a true American citizen, despite being the daughter of a Mexican family that immigrated while she was still in her mother's womb. She loved her country of origin and her native country equally, and defended them with all her might. This, however, did not prevent her from being very aware of the great problems of inclusion in the USA in recent years and the tragedies that thousands of Latino families lived daily because of hunger and crime that lurked in the poorest neighborhoods. That's probably why she decided to become a 911 operator and dedicated herself every day to helping others. Her instinct to safeguard herself surpassed the fear that gripped her whenever distressed callers reached out, compelling her to remain steadfast and perform her duties to the best of her ability each day, a job that often left her devastated and made her go home with a terrible feeling of emptiness in her chest. A terrible feeling that she was about to experience again just a few hours later. Her job does not always involve physical action, as most of the time is spent answering the phone and providing telematics assistance while the ambulances travel to the accident scene. However, she liked to be in shape for any unforeseen events. According to Olga, a weak body causes a weak mind, and in her work she could not afford that weakness, so she trained daily without exception and cultivated a healthy lifestyle worthy of admiration. After her 45-minute workout, Olga takes a quick shower and heads to work at the 911 Emergency Center, her workplace for more than 10 years, where she interacts with her colleagues and settles in at her desk on the 11th floor. Amidst the constant hustle and bustle of a 24-hour operation, Olga's role is to provide assistance and comfort to people in crisis. It seemed to be a quiet night. Mendes had been at her post for 3 hours, and the phone had only rung a couple of times to attend to minor emergencies that did not require urgent medical assistance. It was then that Olga decided to get up for a coffee, the second since she had been sitting in her office, and stretch her legs a bit in the hallway. Unfortunately, that break would be interrupted by one of the most distressing calls Olga had ever had to deal with in her entire career. Hearing the phone ring, Olga quickly returned to her desk and rushed to answer it. On the other end of the line was a little boy named Juan Jose, who was looking for help in the midst of an extremely distressing situation. "Calm down, Juan Jose. My name is Olga, and I am here to help you. I speak your language. Please explain to me what is happening. Try to calm down, please. That will help me understand you and figure out how to help you, okay? I'm listening," Olga told him with a reassuring tone to try to relax the little boy, although she was just as nervous from the first moment she had heard the child's voice. Olga's compassionate and professional attitude took effect as she continued to communicate calmly with the child, ensuring his safety and support at all times. Ma'am, I'm scared. I don't know if I'm doing the right thing by calling you, but I have no one else to ask for help. I'm 10 years old, and my mother and little sisters are in danger, in grave danger. Please, you have to come. Don't be long. We need you," the boy started saying in whispers. He was terrified, and his voice cracked as he spoke. Olga felt her heart break as she listened to him. Juan Jose's voice was still trembling when he finally revealed the painful reality of his family's situation. His father had become very violent with his mother and siblings due to the stress of their dire economic circumstances. Their home, located in a vulnerable area with limited access and high criminal activity by Latino gangs, lacked even a proper address. "Okay, Juan Jose, listen to me carefully. I need you to give me some information that will help me find you. Anything could help me track your house down. Please think of everything you have around you and describe it to me," Mendes explained, trying to remain calm. Keeping a calm tone of voice was key to keep the child from getting upset and hanging up the phone, and Olga was especially good at that. That's why she was the best at her job. Luckily, Juan Jose's wit comes to the fore when he describes his house with a sincere and enlightening detail. There was a red rose in the window. I don't know. We live near a Taco Bell. There are many small houses with dirty white walls. Like mine, but that doesn't help much either. Wait, I know. There is a red rose in our window. It's in the back, and Mom always keeps it there because she says she likes the sunlight and fresh air. It's a single red rose inside a small pot. There's nothing else with a rose in the window, I'm sure. Does that work for you? Asked the anxious and almost breathless boy. You did great, Juan Jose. That's exactly what we needed. Don't move from there. Stay safe, and don't do anything that will draw attention to yourself, okay? Stay still, Juan. We'll be there soon, and it will all be over, to assured Mendes gently, as she tried to relax herself as well and coordinate her thoughts to know exactly what to do at any given moment. After that, Olga quickly activated the necessary protocols to alert law enforcement and civil protection and go in search of Juan Jose and his family. Mendes connected with the police line and reported what was happening, but at no time did she cut the call with the child. Amidst the police sirens and the commotion, Olga remains a steadfast voice of comfort to Juan Jose. It wasn't the first time Mendes had taken a call like that, but on this occasion, Olga's coordination with the police was crucial, given the complexities of the case. The boy and his family were in real danger, and every second it took to find them was working against them. But without an exact location, the police search was slowing down, and their chances of success were dwindling by the second. And it was, while the police were rushing through the streets of the city's poor neighborhoods, that Olga heard one of the most heartbreaking stories she had ever known. A story that, when told by a child as young as 10 years old, became shocking and made your heart grow fonder with each new detail. I am here, Juan Jose. I will not leave you alone at any time. Please tell me more. Talk to me at all times, so I will know that you are still there and safe, Olga told him in anguish. I will tell you, miss. I will tell you everything. But in return, you have to promise me that you will come to save them. Please, don't abandon us, begged the boy in a weak and hoarse voice. He was crying, and his mood was getting worse with each passing minute. Hearing the child cry made the calm that Olga had demonstrated throughout their conversation begin to waver. She wanted to find that child and his family, and she wanted to save them. She wanted to with all her might, but she also knew that there were a lot of things in between that were not up to her, and that could cause the mission to fail. You are not alone, Juan Jose. I promise you. We will not abandon you, and we will help your mother and sisters get out of there. I am with you, my dear. You're doing great. Hang in there a little longer. Soon it will all be over, I swear, Mendes assured him, trying to hold back her tears, too. As the trust between her and the boy grows, Olga learns the heartbreaking details of his family's struggle. They have been living in abject poverty for more than a year. They go hungry and live in an environment where violence and addiction loom over them. Any other child would have chosen to hide, but this one did just the opposite. Juan Jose's courage in seeking help for his family reflects his resilience despite the enormous challenges he faces. It was a long and harrowing operation of almost 2 hours, in which the emergency services and the police coordinated perfectly to find the house the child had described and get the whole family out of there without putting their lives at risk. Olga did not leave the phone during all that time, and her voice was the only thing that helpless child had to keep clinging to life. There's not much left. Is about to arrive, I promise. Keep talking to me, Juan Jose, keep talking to me, she whispered nonstop to the boy, trying to calm him down. I'm still here, Miss Olga. I'm still here. Please don't be long. Please, the boy pleaded almost breathlessly. His bravery leads to the arrest of his father and the rescue of his mother and sisters from a dangerous environment. When the police found them, they were in very bad shape, and little Juan Jose remained motionless, hiding under the bed, holding the phone to his ear. When he saw that the police had arrived, he was speechless and could only cry non-stop while the emergency services took care of him and his family. It's over, little boy. You're safe now. Nothing bad is going to happen to you. We will take care of you, said the nurse who was examining him and healing his wounds. After the father's arrest, who was taken to the police station to be interrogated and processed by the competent judicial bodies, Olga was able to visit Juan Jose in the hospital, something she had never done before, but that case was an exception, where they were finally able to meet in person and created a strong bond of friendship that would last through time. The story of Juan José and his family underscores the importance of social services and support for families in crisis, offering them the opportunity for a better life. Their story reminds us of the critical role that emergency response teams like Olga play in our society. Their empathy, quick thinking, and coordination with law enforcement are critical to safeguarding lives and ensuring justice. In addition, Juan José's strength and ingenuity exemplify the resilience of people facing adversity. Throughout the narrative, the triumph of compassion over adversity and the dedication of those who work tirelessly to ensure the safety and well-being of others come to light. Olga's commitment to her work shines as an inspiring example of the positive impact one person can have on countless lives. Did you like this touching and surprising story? If so, we invite you to leave us a comment expressing your opinion. If you want to continue enjoying inspiring stories like this one, subscribe to our channel or check out the other videos shown at the bottom of the screen. Thank you for your cooperation.